Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about a new kind of fuel, but not for your car, for your mind. We're going to move past that temporary jolt and look at a smarter, much more stable way to perform. So yeah, let's get right into it.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You've got a huge project or just a super long day and you need a boost. But, the thought of that racing heart, the anxiety, and then that awful crash a few hours later, it just feels like you're working against yourself. It's a cycle so many of us are just done with.
Okay, so let's get to the heart of it. We can call it the energy problem. And really the way we've been trying to fuel ourselves for high performance, well, it's kind of broken. It's time we really dig into why.
And this slide, wow, it really lays out the hidden costs of that classic energy drink buzz, right? We're not just talking about feeling awake. We're talking about a direct hit to your cardiovascular system, these crazy spikes in blood pressure, and a kind of anxiety that makes it impossible to actually focus. It's like you're taking out a high-interest loan on your energy, and you always have to pay it back, leaving you worse off in the long run.
And this right here, this just nails it. The problem isn't that we don't have energy, it's where that energy is coming from. It's all about the source. You know, we've been using a sledgehammer when what we really need is a scalpel. So, that brings us to a totally different approach, a smarter fuel. The whole idea here is to shift our goal completely. Forget just raw stimulation. Let's move towards actual, genuine cognitive support. It's about feeding your brain, not just zapping your system into overdrive.
And that's where this whole new category comes in, cognitive energy. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't about just keeping your eyes open. We're talking about a functional drink that's literally engineered to support the things we need for deep work, like intense focus, clear thinking, and just being able to keep that mental output going for hours.
So, how does it actually work? Well, Si14 uses what's called a neurometabolic model. Now that sounds complicated, but it's pretty simple. It means it's designed to work with your brain's natural chemistry. You know, your neurotransmitters and its amazing ability to adapt, which is called neuroplasticity. It's like being a good dance partner with your brain instead of just shouting at it to move faster. Okay, so how on earth does it do all that? Well, let's take a look inside the can. And here's the secret. It's not one single magic bullet ingredient. It's all about how they work together, the synergy.
All right, this slide breaks down the whole team of ingredients. Let's walk through it. First up, you've got focus, right? Things like N-acetyl-L-tyrosine and alpha-GPC are in there to support concentration and reaction speed. Then, for endurance, it uses something called microencapsulated caffeine. Basically, the caffeine is coated so it gives you this smooth, long-lasting energy release. That's how you dodge that awful spike and crash. Next is clarity, which comes from lion's mane extract. It's known for supporting neuroplasticity, basically your brain's flexibility and mental stamina. Now this next one is absolutely crucial, calm. L-theanine is there to balance out the caffeine, creating this incredible state of calm, focused productivity. And finally, stability. That's where colloidal magnesium comes in, helping your brain stay steady even when you're under stress. See? It's not just a random mix, it's a carefully constructed team.
And all of this brings us to the big showdown, right? The ultimate comparison, brain versus buzz. We're talking about a fundamental night and day difference in how you approach energy.
Just look at this side by side. The difference is, it's just stark. On one side, you've got the buzz from classic energy drinks, impacting your heart, creating anxiety, spiking your pressure, and just overloading your whole nervous system until you crash. But on the other side, the brain approach with Si14, it targets the brain. It creates calm focus, no pressure spikes, no overload, and best of all, no crash. It's the difference between chaotic noise and a clear signal.
And this right here is probably the most important thing to get. This isn't a band-aid. It's not a mask for fatigue. It doesn't just trick your body into feeling awake for an hour. No, it's about actually enhancing your cognitive processes so you can think clearer, work smarter, and be more effective.
So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but who is this really for? And what can you actually expect to feel? Let's break that down.
So who's this designed for? You know, it's really for anyone whose most valuable asset is their mind. We're talking entrepreneurs, managers, intellectual professionals, traders, developers spending hours in front of a screen, students, researchers. Really, it's for anyone who needs that mental clarity and control to perform at their best.
And what are the actual tangible benefits? Well, people talk about this incredibly stable level of mental energy all day long. It's not a frantic burst. It's more like a calm, focused endurance. You get that quick reaction time, but without any of the jitters. And maybe the best part? You don't pay for it the next day with that awful burnout or energy hangover feeling. You just feel normal.
You know, this quote from the source material just perfectly captures the whole philosophy behind it. Helping the brain work smarter, not harder, without stress, overload, or loss of control. It's not about forcing your brain to its limits. It's about giving it the right tools to be efficient, to stay cool under pressure, and to keep you in control.
So that leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? As our work gets more and more mentally demanding, is this shift away from just crude stimulation and towards targeted, smart brain support? Is this the future of focus? It's definitely something powerful to think about.